What's up YouTube? Welcome back. Today it's me, Rahul, and we're going to be going over a fun deck video. Chilling Rain has started. Yesterday night we had a good stream. I built a bunch of decks on stream, so if you want to go check out my VOD, there's a bunch of already existing decks, stuff that I'll be tweaking as I stream. One of the first decks I want to check out is this amazing rare Reshiram Toolbox deck that Drayden Davis played at the Hyperlux tournament, and I took it, made like 2 changes to it so far, and I'm still playing with it, but it's a really cool idea and a really cool concept, so I wanted to showcase it a little bit on the YouTube channel. Full shout out to Drayden. They did a great job with this deck. It's really cool and innovative. So yeah, let's jump into the deck. Here's the deck. You guys probably want to stick around for the explanation a little bit, because it took me a little bit of time to learn how the deck worked, and it will also take you a little bit of time to learn how the deck works. So we have amazing rare Reshiram, which is 120 HP. For a fire, lightning, and darkness energy. It does 270 damage and 60 damage to itself, so you can use 2 sets of amazing blades before it knocks itself out, but 270 is a lot of damage for a basic Pokemon. But how are we going to get these 3 energy requirements onto the board? That's a little bit of a tricky question. So let's go through the deck and we can kind of talk about how that works. There's 2 copies of Galarian Moltres, which have Dire Flame Wings, which accelerates 1 darkness energy from your discard to this Pokemon once per turn. Once you can only use the ability once a turn. So even if you have 2 Moltres, you can only do it 1 time. So that's our Dark Accelerator right there. Important note, it's not Dark Red GX. I made that mistake like 2 times on stream. Crobat V, Eldegoss V Dedenne are all our support Pokemon. Zigzagoon is really important with Headbutt Tantrum because we want to get that 280 damage onto the ADP GX to kind of just put ourselves into a really good spot to win the game from there. ADP is probably one of our harder matchups for sure. We have Hoopa that has Assault Gate to kind of soften up things. The game plan is to put everything into the range of the 270 and then just snipe it, or like one-shot it, sorry. So Hoopa is very important for that. Sableye V has Load Search, which lets you get the trainer card and put it into your hand, so it's really good for the early game setup. And Crazy Claws is also really strong because a lot of the cards in our deck do a little bit of damage, and Crazy Claws can capitalize in one shot on anything based on what we've done. And 2 Dark Energy is not hard to pull off due to Dire Flame Wings, as well as Energy Switches and cards like that. We play 2 copies of Galarian Zapdos because it's just one of the really strongest cards, especially in a toolbox style deck, where Fighting Instinct just makes it so Thunder's Kick can be used for either 1 energy or 2 energy, and 170 damage for that kind of a number is like nothing to scoff at, especially when you're attacking into like Eternatus for weakness, which is just broken as well. So like it's just a free win in a free matchup. Heatran-GX is also really good because we then have a GX attack in the form of Hot Burn GX, and Burning Road will strip our energies, our auroras, and our fires that we need, and it's also a well-durable target that we don't feel bad about. So he's also a late game finisher if we need to, if we somehow have energy onto the board, or an early game threat as well. There's 2 copies of the Reshiram Amazing Rare that we talked about. 2 copies of this Rowlet with Sky Circus. We do play a bunch of Bird Keepers, so being able to use Bird Keeper into the Wind Shard to get 60 damage onto the board is pivotal a lot of the time, because 330 is the ceiling for a lot of VMAXs, and 340 is where the Zigzagoon ping comes into play. And usually Eternatus is the 340, so it doesn't even really matter. And if they don't heal the Wind Shard, you have the option to either go with Amazing Blaze, or you can go in with the Crazy Claws for the knockouts. We have 2 copies of Dedenne, like we talked about, for support. 1 copy of Tapu Koko Prism with Dance of the Ancients, which is an ability that helps you get the ball rolling, especially with the lightning energies. Yeah. We have a copy of Vikavolt V, which is also really good for the early Paralyzing Bolt to kind of stall and get things going. I'm not entirely sold on the Vikavolt. I would probably want another form of draw or like another energy switch right now, but I also believe in the fact that Paralyzing Bolt can do a lot of damage early game, so let's see how it goes. I've only played like 10 games of this deck, tops maybe, for disclaimer, so. Mawile-GX is really good with the Captivating Wink. We're just trying to kind of disrupt our opponents. It's also really funny to turn on Mawile-GX. It's not good, but it's just funny. Then we have Bench Barrier Mew because we don't want to get sniped out, obviously. And then Oricorio-GX, so we can have an external draw when one of our 1 prizers or 2 prizers goes down, especially our Rowlet or Reshiram. So we just get 3 extra cards to kind of set up and get the ball rolling. Let's go through the items now. Oh, there we go. Got it. We have 1 copy of Energy Retrieval because we play so many different kinds of energy, and it's also a free card into the Welder, which I really like. We have 3 copies of Energy Switch. I would like to find room for a 4th because moving around basic energy is the premise of the deck entirely. 1 copy of Great Catcher because why not just bring up like a Dedenne to end the game, especially we can just go Aura Burn to end the game onto a Dedenne or Thunderous Instinct, so it's just really nice to have a Great Catcher to punish. 2 copies of Pokemon Communication, and 4 copies of Quick Ball. Basically, that's all of our Pokemon search, which is, you know, fine, honestly, because the Quick Balls are only going to serve to grab, like, Dedennes and Crobats really, because we're probably just going to draw into everything else we need. 1 copy of Reset Stamp, because I found myself in situations where my opponents have a really big hand and I just need to disrupt them for 1 turn and we'll probably win the game. 3 copies of Viridian Forest. It's probably the most pivotal stadium in the deck. If the stadium ward becomes more prevalent, maybe I tack in a copy of Marshadow to get rid of the swell, because some decks are playing 2 to 3 swell now, and so Viridian Forest is kind of important for our game plan. We have 3 copies of Bird Keeper, which are like primary draw engine in the deck, just to pivot into the Rowlet and then get damage onto the board as well as get cards into our hand. 1 copy of Boss, so we can just bring up something and take it out. 4 copies of Welder, because we need to get fire energies onto the board. It's very important that way. 1 copy of Tool Jammer to take care of big charms, because those are really, really annoying. I think realistically big charm is the only thing we want to deal with. Things like Metal Goggles and Giant or Cape of Toughnesses, I guess, are also important, but I think the biggest thing is Big Charm. 1 copy of U-Turn Bird. It's just better than Air Balloon because it comes back to your hand, and depending on what gets knocked out, it's fine. Everything has a lot of retreat cost, so it's fine. 2 copies of Aurora, 3 Dark, 1 Fighting, 5 Fire, and 3 Lightning, giving us this hodgepodge of energy, and it's a very cool deck. Let's jump into some games so you guys can see how it works. First game, we're up against a Metal Deck Box. Again, remember, deck boxes have failed us in the past. And if you guys are enjoying this video, remember to like, subscribe, all of the above. It would mean a lot to me if the support comes in. I read every single comment. I read everything you guys have to say, and it does warm my heart. So thank you so much for everyone who's been supporting me so far, and those who will continue to support me. All right, we're up against Togekiss. So initially, our hand is kind of bad. So we're going to, I think, just Dedenne this entire hand. We do have the Vikavolt. I was like, wait, do I have no Dedenne? Oh, I don't have Dedenne. Very interesting conundrum we found ourselves in. Not really an ideal place to be. Not having Dedenne. And also having almost all of our fire energy in our hand. Okay. We're going to grab the Vikavolt. Put a fire down, and we're going to Crobat for 3. Togekiss means he's probably playing Path to the Peak or cards like that nature. So we should be a little bit more careful in this matchup specifically. Okay. So he's probably playing a Greens Togekiss, or he's playing like a Bronzong Togekiss, if I had to guess. If he's playing Greens, the matchup is probably super favored for us. He looks like he's playing like the Bronzong version. Corviknight's going to come down. So maybe setting up a Reshiram turn 1 would have been a better idea. But I'm not really upset with the pace this is going into. We just need a top deck out of this, and we're okay, I think. Looks like a hard pass from our opponent. Okay. Nice. We can get a Lightning into the discard this way. And keep thinning. So we're going to grab another Fire because I think that makes the most sense. And then we're going to pass, because next turn I can attach Retreat. And I have the Cocoa Prism to pop if I need to. Yeah. That's fine. Corviknight VMAX comes down. GMAX Hurricane is kind of a problem, because it does one-shot pretty much everything. So I got to be really careful about that. I have to hope he doesn't get it off this turn specifically, because that would suck. Okay. Togekiss VMAX does have Free Retreat, but he also has Max Glide. So if he gets Bronzong, he doesn't have the... Okay, so he can't Bronzong me this turn, but he's got to find a Saucer. If he finds a Saucer, then he's in an okay spot, but he doesn't want to ever leave this in the active. If you ever leave these in the active, then it's just going to die. That is my assessment of this matter. Okay, that's good. We're going to pop this immediately, just because I don't want any shenanigans where it gets knocked out. Now we get to accelerate energy onto the board and have another one here. So that's a retreater now. And we also potentially have it as a an energy switch target. So now a top deck of a Welder would be really good. Dedennes are both priced. I can't really do anything about that one. What else would be really good? Welder's good. I guess Galarian Moltres wouldn't do it here. But Welder would be really good. That's pretty much my stance on the matter. Like, Welder would be really strong. He's playing a lot of healing, so we can knock out the Corviknight. No reset stamp because my opponent decides that he doesn't want to be a nice gentleman. He can't move this, so I get a free knockout here, I think. Okay, he's going to leave this in the active as 3. He could move 3 energy to it and attack into me, but I don't know why you would ever do that. That just does not seem like a play you would want to make. If I top tick a boss, I can just take the 3 prizes on Togekiss VMAX, which is what I think I want to do. So that's also fine. Okay, we got none of those things. We got absolutely 0 of those things that we wanted. Just gonna attach the fire. We're gonna Paralyzing Bolt once again. We're not really in a great position here with this hand, but if we could win this game, it would be a lot. We have the typing advantage on both of them, so maybe we can. Again, the plays are still live. I top deck boss, I get this out of the play. If I top deck boss, okay. So they have a way to retreat now. Or they're just going to pull this active and do nothing. Understood. The question is here, I don't want to Amazing Blaze because then this gets knocked out. A Bird Keeper or something would be really nice here. A Bird Keeper or something would be really nice. Then we're just going to pass. They probably have a switch, which is really unfortunate if they're making this play. But I don't want to Amazing Plays. Yeah, I have to and hope. Maybe it wasn't the best idea to hope, but... Two Togekiss are gone. It's still not unwinnable. Because I might just Mew here and look to find a prize. Just to get Dedenne out of the prizes, which puts me in an okay spot maybe. One turn too late. Okay. Let's just do it here. Draw some cards. 1, 2, 3. I'm 1 short if I do it this way. No, I can do it if I have a fire in the deck. I can knock it out if I have a fire in the deck, because it's not basic, I believe. Yeah. So we're going to just go ahead and take the Hopper and knock out. This should almost guarantee us a Dedenne, which means we can go E-Switch and make a play with Vikavolt also. E-Switch, Welder, whatever. Okay, we got Dedenne and we got Bird Keeper. That's really nice. That's really nice. That's really nice, actually. He can't knock us out with Max Glide either. So we're not in a bad spot, actually. This is actually a really good spot. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with everything going on now. Morning. Don't mind if I do. We can also use the Mew to knock out the Bronzong and set up damage counters onto the Zacian. Make that a boss target for the game. Or, I mean, I'm just going to drop Rowlet Bird Keeper now, honestly. But I can't hit the active, which is a little bit unfortunate. A little bit unfortunate. So I don't know what I can do here. I mean, I can Retrieval the Lightning attached to the Vikavolts. That's like a guaranteed play I need to make. Because that way I can like set up this, and then if I go Bird Keeper and hit this... Oh. Well, he's just going to knock me out. I see. I understand what's going on now. This does wipe the energy off my board, which is a little bit unfortunate again, also. If I can get an AR set up this turn, that'd be insane, but I think that's like really out of the realm of possibility. That's all my fires, I think, too. Well, that's not bad, honestly. We're just gonna Bird Keeper. Let's take the knockout. I'd be one short of where I want to be with everything here going on. Let's see what energy we have in the deck. We do have a quick ball for the play, but I also might need to do something else with this hand. So I might just hold everything and just attach, because I still have E-switches for days. Let's just do this way, so I have the quick ball for next turn if I need it. Killing Bronzor seems also fine, but I could also have to find a boss at that point. Let's just put it on the Togekiss. Because now Togekiss is almost coming up as a guarantee. Yeah. And even if this doesn't KO, I can try to look for a Load Clause play. I can look for a nice little Load Clause play. Not Load Clause, Crazy Claw. So, Quick Ball comes down. Probably another Zacian, honestly. Because they can just cycle between the two Zacians. But now if I get the Amazing Rare set up and good to go, I win the game. Which is my entire game plan, obviously. But if, once this turn ends, I will be on a clock, which is unfortunate. So I gotta be very careful about how this turn plays out. I could have also maybe grabbed the Oricorio last turn. I actually was not thinking about the Oricorio. If I grabbed the Oricorio, maybe I was in a better spot. Research, okay. Path to the Peak comes down. That's really unfortunate, because that means I don't think I can Dedenne with that. And I just pitched my third Viridian. Ah, I got punished like instantly. That sucks. Okay. There's a lot of energies on the board now. He has two completely powered up guys. There's only one card that will save me here. Top decking Boss's Orders. I mean, I guess I could have just grabbed the Reshiram last turn and just tried to set it up and stop being greedy, honestly. Okay. Or, yeah, Boss is fine. I mean, we can only set this up and just hope, right? We can only set this up and hope for the best. Okay, we just gotta hope. If we top deck a Welder here, that'd be really nice. We're playing to our outs. Unfortunately, Path to the Peak does mess us up, and that's really unfortunate. Game 1, I made a lot of mistakes there, but the deck is complicated but fun to play. Let's see if they just knock us out, which they're probably going to, and then we'll go to a Game 2 where we continue to learn how to play this deck, which is a little bit complicated. I know there's changes that need to be made too, but for now, this is the list we're going to stick with. Stay tuned to the stream for changes, and let's jump into a second game. Alright, the second game is up. We're up against world-renowned stall player Sander. So let's see what he's playing on the ladder, if he wants to reveal it to me. Okay, we've got our Galarian Zapdos opening, and we've got a Rowlet. So, this hand is not bad. We can also look for an early... Oh, Excadrill, cool. We can also look for an early game, honestly. We can just look for the game. We're just going to look for the game. We're just going to look to dig in and get the game. Here. We're going to look for that classic turn 1 donk. And there it is. Very anticlimactic game 2, but Assault Gate for the win. So let's talk about the deck a little bit and see what could potentially be changed. There you have it, folks. Amazing Rare Reshiram. The first game was a really close display of how the deck works. It was a very rocky start on our end, but we started picking up steam and the deck started doing what it's supposed to do towards the middle of or late of the game. Our prizes were not ideal, and I played a little bit poorly considering I'm still learning how the deck works and how it is. But Drayden did an amazing job. They're an excellent player, so check them out as well. The deck is really cool. I had a lot of fun with it. This week is going to be Chilling Reign every single day of the week Tuesday, today, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to do all days until the July 4th weekend. I'll do a video for Chilling Reign decks every single day, and then we'll return to our Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. If there's interest in a beginner learning how to play, dissecting a card, just like talking about how I look at a card specifically, more in depth, that can be something we explore as well on the channel. So please let me know. And there's a newcomer video for people who don't know how to play the game, so please link that to them if you don't. If you have someone who needs to learn how to play the game. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, as always, and until tomorrow, adios, it's Rahul.